the one big worry we have when we're considering an electric vehicle? What if I run out of battery? Well, you could be smarter than that and maintain a neat charging habit and not run out. You don't let your phone battery run out often, do you? What's the second big worry? What if I have to charge it? It's going to take a long time. So do I have to carry around an espresso machine and a chair? How about we ride to a battery swapping station, replace the drained battery with a full one, and simply bounce? That's the idea behind the Bounce Infinity E1. So this comes from a company which has been in operations since 2014. It was in December of 2021 when they rolled out their very first and very own electric vehicle. Now, some of you may remember this as the electric scooter we saw unveiled by the 22 Motors and Kymco collaboration. This is the very same product. It comes in 4 nice colors, the red being the peppiest one, and to say the least, it looks quite nice. It's a very peppy, young design, and the fit and finish are satisfactory as well. The dimensions, very friendly. It's only 780 mm on the seat height, so shorter riders will be comfortable as well. Taller ones, I'm not so sure. I'm not a very tall one, I'm just 5'5", and I am comfortable. The seat cushion, very wide and cushiony, so no complaints there. And the seat mechanism to open is also very smooth, just simple clicks. So the Infinity E1 is powered by a 2 kWh battery pack, which I've stressed upon already is swappable. The hub motor is capable of churning out 2.2 kilowatt of peak power. Now, the test ride that we had today included the Gurgaon-Faridabad highway. Now, to be honest, on a highway, power figures like these feel a little perilous, but within city limits, in city traffic, the way it responds on the throttle feels quite ample. However, if I had a little bit more torque to quickly get out of some situations within city traffic, I would have liked that better, but then it's not really a deal breaker. So it gets disc brakes on both ends, a 230 mm up front and a 203 at the rear. It is also assisted by CBS, which means if you're only pulling the rear brake lever, the front brake will respond as well. It makes it safer. Braking performance, to say the least, is quite bitey. The kinds of speeds that you will be doing on this scooter, the brakes are perfectly ample for it. Like I said, this seat is a very wide and a well-cushioned place to be on, and rather very comfortable. But then the suspension setup, I reckon if it was slightly on the plusher side, it would have helped. Because right now, it's rather firm. Moving on to the power modes and the range available. So in the power mode, you can be 65 kilometers an hour, but that would mean that the range would be reduced to something around 50 to 52 kilometers. In eco mode, the range is increased to about 65 kilometers. Now that would depend completely on how you ride and how much braking is involved, because it also features regen braking and what kind of speeds you're doing. So the real world range could differ from one person to another. There are some other modes that I should walk you through. One's called drag mode. So maybe perhaps if you need to walk beside your scooter in case you have a flat tire and you need to walk to a tire puncture shop, you can simply put it in drag mode and use the throttle to have it run right next to you at speeds of up to 3 kilometers an hour. This feature, well, it could help in reducing fatigue, to say the least. The other mode is reverse. So you can use the throttle to reverse your scooter. Now, I reckon it's not really needed because it's a very lightweight product. You could simply push it back. And however, if you're a very young, very new to two-wheelers, this could assist and be helpful to some of you. To sum it all up, it's a nice modern design, a comfortable seat, friendly dimensions, and it's loaded with features like Bluetooth connectivity, geofencing, anti-theft, something that's become really popular on two-wheelers these days. However, I do believe that the scooter can make use of some finesse. For example, this rear foot peg design is meant to be really seamless, but right now refuses to cooperate. The instrument cluster takes a while to switch on when I turn the ignition on. However, Bounce have assured us that these little problems will be absent from the final production units. Now let me move this along to the pricing, and that will need me to take a seat and walk you through the subscription pattern. So you could buy the product for 56,999 in Delhi if you're going to buy battery as a service, as a subscription package, which would cost you 849 rupees. Now, every swap that you do at a swapping station would be priced somewhere around 35 rupees. Now, if you're going to buy the battery and the charger, which means you will not be able to make use of the battery swapping stations, the scooter will cost you 68,999 in Delhi. Now, if you're going to buy the product without the battery, that would mean you can use the battery swapping station. That would give you two options: to have a subscription of rupees 850 or 1200 something, which would bring down the initial cost of ownership furthermore. So to charge the scooter on a home socket would take somewhere around 5.5 hours, which is about overnight if you're going to do it at home. Otherwise, what's recommended is that you buy a subscription plan and simply use Bounce's swapping stations, which would literally take under a minute for you to have a full charge again. Now, how much is this model viable, how efficient it is, we'll only be able to find out when the product is on the road, the swapping stations are in use. Until then, what we can tell you that Bounce is aiming to set up one charging station per 1 to 2 kilometers. Now, these could have 3 battery packs in it or up to 9 battery packs in it. So you simply ride there, change your battery and ride away. And if this model works out, it's actually a very, very promising one for an electric two-wheeler like this. Thank you very much for watching. Do consider to subscribe. Bye-bye. Take care.